5 things every boy should learn to become the ideal man. Every boy learns something from his mother before he grows up to become a man. It's an inevitable process which garners a lot of what men think and the way they act, where life is concerned. A man's perspective and how he is towards other human beings, especially women, all stems from what their mothers teach them and how they raise them. If the man has a misdirected sense of entitlement, then clearly he's been conditioned into believing everything he does or says is okay, which is something every mother should keep in mind while raising her son. Why mothers in particular? Because mothers are an epitome of how women should be treated by a man, and if the boy grows up with a woman instilling values of respect and good behavior in him, he will never shy away from making a woman feel like how she should. There are households where women are not treated right and the boy sees his father disrespect his mother every day while growing up, and somewhere thinks it's okay to treat women the way his father treated his mother. In such a case, mothers still have to stay strong and not let the boy believe women are weaklings and they deserve to be treated a particular way. Because if they don't, there will be more crimes of violence and otherwise, against women. So, this International Men's Day, let's aspire to be the men we always thought we should be, and maybe look back upon how growing up with the strongest woman you know, helped you mold and shape you into a complete man. Here are the 5 basic things boys should learn when they're growing up to be good men. 1. It's okay to express. Most men think it's not okay to show emotions and they mask their emotions to come off as manly or macho. The truth is, men who can show their emotions and not mask them behind their manhood are prime examples of real men. Emotional intimacy is the strongest aspect a man can have, not just for a woman, but a strong emotionally stable man can process any and every issue he has instead of garbing it or putting it underneath the rug. So, if you express your emotions healthily, you actually come off as a strong man and not a weakling. This can only happen if the mother, from the beginning, teaches her son that it's okay to show emotions and not hide them, and also teach him to be emotionally intimate and talk about how and what he feels and not shy away from it. Subscribe my YouTube channel. 2. Being a gentleman will never go out of style. My mother always insisted on my father and I carrying handkerchiefs in our pockets. She used to joke that it's chivalrous to pull one out just in case you see a woman crying. She didn't mean that with a bad intent. She only meant that men should be chivalrous, no matter what, as it'll never go out of style or become stale. Most women today look for a guy who can still open doors or hold doors, stand up when a woman leaves the table, offer to pick up the tab, drop her home when it's after hours, etc. These things never go out of style, no matter how much we may progress. Even though women are capable of doing all these things on their own, it's just the respect you show a woman through these gestures. A mother should teach her boys that respecting a woman by being his chivalrous best is very important, and he'll get the respect of a woman threefold if he does it. 3. Taking responsibility for his mistakes. Every man should be raised to take responsibility for his blunders and mistakes, which will teach him to always do the right thing. Don't cover his mistakes and make him believe it's okay to make mistakes, because that's the belief he'll grow up with, without taking any accountability. If he learns to acknowledge his mistakes, he'll know real masculinity comes from within, and he'll do anything in his power to rectify the mistake or never repeat it again. Men who come clean and accept responsibility for their mistakes are definitely more respected in society. Subscribe my YouTube channel. 4. To always have patience in life. Patience as a virtue is very important for anyone. A man will only strive through life with ample patience. Women inherently are more patient because research says biologically they have to deal with a child in their womb for 9 months, which makes them naturally patient in nature, and those are the values they should instill in their sons. A man with patience can overcome anything. Steadfastly. 5. To grow up to be kind. Kindness is the most important part of growing up. You have to learn to be kind to others around you and kind to yourself. No one can teach you to be kind, but you can be conditioned into showing kindness whenever there is a need to be kind. especially towards a woman. Not because she's weak but because in times of conflict it's important that a man bends his ego, puts his head in his heart and thinks through kindness. Boys should learn a lot more while growing up, to become the man they aspire to be, and it will only come through conditioning and instilling the right value systems through the women who raise them. Raising good boys in society is the only way to end the lifelong patriarchy, and everything else stems from it, for good.